Hi, I'm Rosie.
And I'm Christina.
And welcome to the 17th Valid Vibes podcast.
Wait, is it the 17th?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So what is it then?
Wait, wasn't Chris... Oh, no, wait. I'm confused.
What?
Is it the 16th? I just wrote 16.
I posted 17 everywhere just now.
Continue. It's 17. I wrote 16 on my snap, but it's all right. Yeah.
And welcome to the 17th Valid Vibes podcast, where the vibes are valid because...
Oh, wait. Is that me? Are we okay?
Are you new? Are you
No,
new?
because
We
usually
got a new
I say
girl.
where the vibes are valid because I realize...
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Bye.
Are you new? It's because Chris, when me and Chris, it really throws me off.
Oh my god. All right.
Okay.
Okay, because you didn't
Let's
say
start over.
Okay. Hi, I'm Rosie.
And I'm Christina.
And welcome to the 17th Valid Vibes podcast.
Where the vibes are valid because they are real and authentic.
Well,
It's about time.
that took a little while, and that's
Yeah.
that was a little disturbing, but
Well, welcome to our 17th episode. We are so close to 20. That's sick and crazy. But anyway, so let's just get right into it. We're going to start with our valid and invalid. You go first.
okay. So start off with the bad, leave off with the good.
Sure.
So I really don't have like a really bad invalid. It was just like I've been doing these cycling classes and I love them so much because I'm so over like my whole gym routine and everything. And yesterday I went with my cousin Anna and we show up to the class. It was canceled.
Oh.
So
I did not think that was the story you were going to tell.
really?
I thought it was me what you bet.
Oh, I actually forgot. I should have said this. The week prior, it was my first cycling class, and I was like, so nervous, and my instructor was going off, and she was like, all right, sprint. Now jump up, jump down, jump up. I'm like, oh my God, okay. Runner's high is a real thing, number one. So I jump up. I jumped off the bike. And the pedal just kept going full speed because I was sprinting. And I was like so embarrassed. I didn't want to make a scene. So I just like stood there and accepted my fate of the pedal. It kept hitting my calf. And I have a bruise the size of my calf on like.
The bruise the size of my calf?
No, it's like my whole calf.
Yeah.
But that wasn't my invalid. It was just the fact that it was canceled.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. That's your invalid.
My invalid, and we don't have to go so into it because we've talked about this so many times, but like specifically this week, again, I've been like really struggling with like time management, and I'm like exhausted. Like I'll be so tired, hit my head to the pillow, and I can't sleep. Like my sleep schedule is what's invalid. Like it's so... And I was doing so good. Like, I'll still wake up early, but I'm not going to bed until, like...
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm in bed. Like, I will get myself in bed by 10 o'clock.
Oh, so you're just not sleeping?
No.
Well, I think
and
you
I
have
eat
to get
good.
used to it.
I drink a lot more water. Like, I'm working out. Like, you would think...
Is it coffee,
So I think
maybe?
there's something
I know,
wrong.
like, I have coffee when I know I want to
No,
be
it
up.
does nothing for me.
Really? Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. It's probably your
that's really
mind's
it.
going a million miles an hour. But getting sleep, like, I know you're, whatever, you wake up early, you go to the gym, but it's like you need that 7 hours.
I know.
That's the whole thing.
But I can't. Like, I'll wake up and then I can't go back to bed.
I know. It catches up
Something
to you
wrong
not
with
having
me.
enough sleep. Like, I've been going to sleep at like 9:30, 10. Like, knocked out. And I'm up early because I've been working. That's my valid. I guess I'll go into that. Or you don't want valid? Okay. So, as I said on the last podcast, I'm like going back into my past and I'm working in these schools, and it's really crazy because I'm working at my old middle school, my old PS school, like my old elementary school, and just everyone, like I walked into my elementary school in the general office and they were like, Rosie? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, welcome home. And I was like, oh my God. It was just so therapeutic. I've only been working 3 days this week. Well, today was my 4th day, but it was so therapeutic, like seeing my old teachers and seeing how far I've grown, because like they know about my businesses and stuff like that. And just like I've grown so much as a person. Like all the teachers I saw, I'm literally towering over them. Like I'm in my high heels and I'm like, like,
That's
but
funny.
They showed me like old pictures and things like that. And, you know, I haven't seen my teachers since I graduated. I was 11 when I graduated elementary school, and they still remembered me. And then even with my middle school, it just like, I feel like I'm making peace with my past, and it's very therapeutic. And Mercury's in fucking retrograde. That's all I have to say. That as our episode. No, that's why we're going to talk about it. Like, people from our past are coming back, but obviously,
but don't trip over what's behind you.
Yeah.
Period.
But yeah, I ran into like 2 people I haven't seen in literal years. Like literally banged into them. One of them, I was going to the bathroom, banged into her. Then one of them, I was leaving Walgreens, banged into him. Like, it's just crazy how the universe, like when Mercury retrograde goes on, it's like, oh, you need to talk to this person, you need closure.
So crazy.
Boom.
I can't.
It's just crazy, but it's very therapeutic. Mercury, we want to go into Mercury retrograde just quick, what it is?
Yeah, well, I don't want to
explain it.
Yeah,
because no one really knows what that is.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to explain it?
Yeah, so it's basically, it's not necessarily a bad time, but it's not necessarily a good time. It's just a time of reflecting and lessons.
It's never hit me this hard until this one, I feel, though. Like, all these people coming back is crazy.
This is why I believe in astrology. Because I remember thinking this week, I was like, is Mercury retrograde going on? And then
because I texted her because somebody, we won't get into it, but someone who I haven't heard from in 5 years reached out to me that they, like, want to go to lunch. So I was like, I'm sorry. And then I was like, oh, it's Mercury retrograde. That makes sense. And I texted Rosie and I sent her the screenshot. I'm like, happy fucking Mercury retrograde. Like, Are you kidding me? Like, usually it's just like random signs. Like, I'll run into somebody in Target. Like, that happened to me last time. I ran into everybody, like in the mall, in Target. Like, but we wouldn't actually speak. And this person is somebody who I do need closure from. And it's going to happen before the end of Mercury retrograde. And that's crazy to me.
I know. It is healthy, though.
We'll see if it happens.
You know, we always run from the past. But when the time is right and time passes and you grow as a person and you evolve, they just come back. And it is therapeutic. So do you have a valid?
Yeah, well, my valid's for us, so I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Because we forgot to go into this last week. We were having too much fun with Chris. If you guys didn't watch our episode, go watch it. Truth or Drink. That was definitely my favorite episode. I was rewatching it the other day. I loved it. But my valid is for the both of us. We are officially partners with Nami Staten Island, which is very exciting. So what that means basically is any future event that they are having or will be a part of, we will be right there with them unless we can't make an event. But, you know, as far as we're concerned, we will be there, and we are just so grateful for them. They are amazing, and we're just really happy.
Yeah, because obviously we donate to them. We donate a percentage of each of our proceeds to them, so it's a really good partnership. And the amount of people,
switched it. We used to donate to Nami in general, but now we switched it to just Staten Island because, you know, that is really our
home base.
Yeah, our home base, and like everyone that we've dealt with is from Staten Island. Like, it's why we need therapy. So, and that's our bestseller shirt is I need therapy just from living in Staten Island. So we need to help some Staten Island people. So we're donating to Nami Staten Island. But we're very excited. They're very, very, we've had so many great opportunities with them already that we're so excited for the future. We got Ferry Hawks games coming up. We got mental health walks coming up. Like,
I know. I'm just so
many
grateful.
things.
Like, our 1 year is in 3 days from now.
It will be ready.
We're filming on the 26th, so this is the 26th. But
when you guys see this, idiots. When you got
7, 8, 9. No, we're right.
Wait, what?
May 1st. There's a 30th of April, I think.
Today's the 27th.
What?
Today's the 27th.
You're not okay. I don't think
it's
so.
4 days.
It's tomorrow.
Are you looking at the calendar or?
Yeah, the calendar that
she's looking at the calendar. She's like, I don't think so. All right.
It's well, May 1st. May 1st.
But by the time you guys see this, it will be May 3rd.
My head has been everywhere today.
But we have, our 1 year coming up May 1st. Super exciting.
I know.
But by the time you guys see this, it will already be a year. So thank you.
Yes.
Cheers.
Starbucks.
With
cheers.
our Starbucks. Because my dirty water. This is mango dragon fruit without the berries. What are you drinking?
Oh, I told Christina to surprise me. I needed some caffeine in me. So a brown sugar shaken espresso with vanilla sugar because I don't like the coffee taste. She knows that. It's so good.
It's really good.
I needed that.
Anyway.
All right. So our topic for today is life lessons. Life lessons are lessons that you had to go through to learn. It's not something advice someone told you or something you heard from a friend, an adult. It's something that the universe put you through because you had to learn. So we're gonna say what we went through, like what we learned. So what are some of our life lessons? You want to start?
Yeah, I'll start.
Okay, so I can bounce off you.
So the biggest lesson that I learned specifically this year, actually, okay, let me restart that. The biggest thing that I realized is that this year I've lost a lot of people in my life, like not literally, but I mean literally, but also in a different way. But I've lost a lot of people in my life that were like very important people in my life. So it's like very scary and like weird to think about. Like not the most important, but a lot of really like dominant,
whoever you were close with,
dominant people in my life are now not in my life anymore. And that just happened within the last 6 months, not even. And I think that like these people, there's a lot of them, and I'm not naming names, but different people.
Just like what, this past 6 months?
In this whole year so far. Lost a lot of people.
I'm trying to think. Like, am I okay? Gotta go.
Everyone was just like,
sorry, my head is.
Cut that out.
So stupid. What is going on today?
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
But anyway, so I've lost a lot of people that were like very important people in my life, like that made, an impact in my life. And I think like before I lost them, I thought that I needed them to grow, and I thought that people were helping me like be,
because you were with them every day. It wasn't just I was close with them. It was your lifestyle.
All these people. There's a bunch of different people. So listen, like if the shoe fits, wear it. But anyway, so I thought that I needed them to grow, and now it's not until they left my life that I realized now I'm growing. It's like I needed them to leave my life because, listen, these people, some of them were not toxic. It was just, they were holding me back.
Energetically. We're going to talk, we're going to say energetically. So what energy means, like energetically, is like if someone's a low vibe or they just have like bad habits or, they're just not going anywhere. This goes for anybody. You're going to stay there with them. But if you want to grow, so this is how I think of it. This is a life lesson that I'm going to bounce off of you. Think of a rocket ship. You want to go up, right? But as, the altitude gets more intense, pieces fall off. So there's like, when you want to keep going, there's some people that have to go, anything you're tied to. It could be a job. It could be anything. They gotta go in order for you to go to the next level. And when people say their life, it feels like it's falling apart, everything is changing, it's actually all going right for you. Because you ask for growth is change. You're supposed to change, you're supposed to grow, and you have to be get out of your comfort zone. If you want to grow as a person, you have to learn to be uncomfortable.
So I mean, with these people, whatever, that left my life, like I again thought that I needed them, like, or that I needed them to grow. That was like my support system. But it wasn't until they actually left my life that I actually started to grow. And it's sad, obviously, that these people aren't in my life because there's a lot of different people, but in different reasons that I'm sad about it. But it's something that I was used to, I was comfortable with. It was like a routine, a lot of these people. And, it's not easy. It's really not, because I know like some of them, if I didn't have anyone to talk to or something, like I could, let's say you were busy. There. Right, exactly. So it is really sad, but I know that everything happens for a reason. And I know that I did need them. Like, even for example, like I'll just say like now I'm single, right? And now like just because I'm single, like I'm going to the gym, I'm eating better. It's not because of someone stopping me from doing that. It's because I'd then just be lazy and be laying on the couch watching a movie, or I'd be going out to dinner, or I'd be doing this. And now I'm like, all right, I have no one to do it with. I have no one to do that with. So make a date with myself, go to the gym.
That's true too. That's why, like, being in a long distance relationship and just like, I am in a relationship, but I'm going to the gym and I'm working on my business, and
it's hard. I mean, it's different because, like, I mean, I don't know how you would be if he was home, but you would be spending a lot of time with him, and that's what I did, and that's fine. Like, obviously you want to spend time with your boyfriend or whatever, but it got to a point. I mean, I was in a very long relationship where I was just comfortable, and like, wasn't trying to look good anymore. Like, you know, like, I was like, all right, I was letting myself go, and I did. I really did. But it wasn't like for a bad reason. I was just comfortable, and that's it.
But I'm saying with this, I learned that it's not okay to let yourself go, to let your friends go. There's people who go into relationships and
I'm happy
they just make plans with their boyfriend and they drop all their friends. We all know, you know,
because if I would have done that, I would be alone right now. I didn't do that. I never did that.
You never did that. You had that balance. But there is girls who just lean on their boyfriend for everything. Years and years go by, you're leaning on your boyfriend. Okay, you guys fight. You break up.
I'd be screwed.
Where's everybody? Where are they? Screwed. That's when depression comes in. You're alone. It's not okay. So, and it's not cute. Number one,
it's not cute.
It is not cute if you cancel with your friends to be with your boyfriend, especially if it's a repeated thing. Like, especially if, like, you're out with your friends enjoying and then, like, oh, whatever, and then he picks you up after something. Because, like, you know, like, when you're out and when you're with your friends and they're drunk and, like, then their man, whoever they're talking to, comes and picks them up. No. Like, just spend the night with yourself and the girls. And then if your man is in your ear, then he's not the one for you. Because obviously the one that you're... a healthy relationship, you should both enjoy each other and trust each other. It's in another episode. But yeah, so what we're saying is don't let yourself go when you're falling for someone else.
Yep. And people leave your life for a reason. That's the lesson that
and they could be good people.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. A lot of people, you know, they weren't toxic or whatever. They didn't do anything wrong. Some of them were very toxic, and I realized that after they left my life. But most of them, you know, weren't. It was just what had to happen. Because in the beginning, I was like, why? You know, I always want to know why. Why would they leave my... Like, that makes no sense to me. If this person's so perfect, am I ever going to find something like that again? Like, even if it's a friend, whatever it is, relationship. But now I know, like, there was a reason that had to happen. So
yeah. So people do leave your life for a reason. It's okay to outgrow people. Is what we're saying.
Can I bounce on my next one with this? Before, and then you can
we're bouncing off each other. Yeah.
Because I feel like I keep talking, but with certain people that left my life, in my whole life, I think, have proven that they're like toxic people, but for some reason in my head I would think never gonna happen to me. So lesson number 3, don't expect it not to happen to you.
Yeah, that's exactly. Even if your relationship was healthy, this, that, or with friends, oh, she'll never do that to me.
But they'll see them do it. Okay, if you see, and also like,
it's fine.
With who I'm talking about, you've seen the toxic like cycle go on with all the people, or like we talked about this in our red flag episode. If they keep talking shit about someone to you, don't think they're not talking shit about you to somebody else.
Yeah,
because it's the truth. I mean, again, there's a difference between venting and talking shit. We've talked about this. Like, if I'm venting to Rosie about a friend that hurt me, it's not me talking shit. If I was saying, oh, look at her, she looks like this and blah blah blah, that's talking shit.
Another thing is, like, with relationships, like anything, friends, boyfriends, relationships, right? Always look at how they treat other people. So they say, like, how does your boyfriend treat their mom? Things like that. How they act with their friends, like how, you know, things like that. Pick up on people's relationship, like, behaviors. And that would reveal a lot of red flags. So
true. Very true. So sorry, you could go. Lesson number 4.
If you're confused about something, it's a no. I'm going to say that again. If you're confused about something, it is a no. It's not a never. It's not it will never happen. It's not now. It's not meant for you. Or that's really it. And because I know, like, I guess when it comes to guys or relationships, this and that, oh, I'm confused with anything. it's just, you know, they don't have good intentions towards you, or it's just a no. And, you know, it's not a never. But yeah, just believe in divine timing. And another thing is just to be patient. So again, with May 1st coming up, it's like, you know, I wanted the job now. I wanted the boyfriend now. But it's like, no, there's other things that have to play out and happen, and everything will happen at the right time. It is really easy to say. This is why this is a life lesson. This is something I had to learn. Divine timing is real.
So what you just said actually goes back to what I was saying about like people leaving my life, because a lot of them, like, I wish I could say name. I can, honestly, but I'm not going to. But
we'll put like code names.
When people left our lives, so many good things happened after. So it would, and with anybody who left my life, I think about that now, but this was like so prominent.
I'm gonna say something quick. You never lack, you transition. Continue.
Exactly. So if these people were still in our lives, we probably would have completely missed these opportunities because we would have been focused on something else.
We would have still been in the same spot.
Exactly.
Where's their growth when you're sitting in the same spot? Things have to change.
Exactly. And so many things. I keep looking at our vision board over there because we wrote so many opportunities. Like, it's so true, and it's going to continue to happen, and that's great. So that's why she said divine timing. That reminded me, like, that had to happen now because we were ready for it. We weren't ready for it 6 months ago. We weren't ready for it May 1st a year ago.
We thought we were, but then you go through things that it's like you have to learn. And easy to say, but you have to experience it.
Yep. So there we go.
Let me see. What's another thing I have?
I have one.
Oh, yeah. Go. Oh, you're on the roll. You don't even have to look at your phone, nothing.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from experience.
Heard a lot of, I've had a lot of lessons learned the hard way. But anyway, it's okay to say no. So this can be any way you want to take it, that it's okay to say no.
And it is okay to upset people when you say no. Because that's another thing.
Now I just thought about that. I just said that, like, you could think about it in any way, because we've talked about this very briefly, but I've had a toxic ex-boyfriend when I was younger. A lot of people don't know about it, that I was afraid to say no to a lot of things. That's a deep thing, but it's the truth. And now I wish I could go back and tell myself, like, run, but I didn't know how to say no to anything. It doesn't matter what it was.
And then they gaslight you into
it doesn't matter
anything.
It could be a little thing saying no to, like hanging out or whatever. It could be a big thing. Or like saying no to plans with friends. Like, even to this day, okay, I'm laying in bed, I don't feel like going, I'm good. Like, but back then, like, even in college, I used to have such FOMO, even though I was the one saying, I don't want to go. So then I stopped getting invited a lot, like, in college, because I would keep saying no, but I was having, like, anxiety about going out. We talked about this. Like, I didn't have a fake ID. Once I turned 21, I was more comfortable with it. Like, I liked going out, but before that,
Which is normal,
yeah. But I was getting, like, not invited, and I would get so upset. But I'm like, now I don't blame them for not inviting me, because I always said no, but whatever. But I think that it's okay to say no. I mean, it doesn't make an excuse, like, for them to not invite me, No,
I'm gonna say this too. It goes with work, because that just reminded me. Again, I'm the type, I believe everything happens for a reason, and people come into your life at the right time. So this is gonna go with the story. I was waitressing, going back, whatever, I talked about this, but I'd be put on so many hours. They'll just throw me on the schedule whenever, because they know I'll always say yes. I never say no.
The one time.
I was exhausted physically, mentally. I was turning 21. I had FOMO. Everyone was going to the shore, and I wanted to experience that, and I couldn't. And there was one time I was waitressing this one lady, and she was just sitting by herself, enjoying she really was enjoying herself. She was having her wine, this and that. And she said, like, are you okay? Did I say this story on the podcast?
I think so. You told me, so I don't remember.
I don't know. But anyway,
so.
She was like, am I okay? Because I obviously looked drained. I had bags under my eyes, and I just wasn't mentally there. But she told me, I told her what was going on at work and how I was turning 21. And she was like, I'm a life coach, and you need to learn how to say no. But it's hard to say no to your boss. People with authority, obviously we're going to go into that too. I always had a hard time with that, and it's hard to say no, especially when it's authority. But Whenever you say yes to someone, just make sure you're not saying no to yourself. So whenever I wouldn't be able to do my business events back then for my other handmade fashion brand, I wouldn't be able to go because I would have work. Then I'd sit back and I'd be like, I wouldn't be able to go to my business event because I had work. How does that make sense? And I was really, really stressed out about it because I'm not that type of person that says no. Like, my cousin that I worked with, she's like that, and I want to be like that. She's just like, this is what it is, and that's it. And I was so the opposite of that, but now I'm like that. You have to be a little bit stern and pushy, even though it's uncomfortable. You need to do it because people will walk all over you like a mat, especially if you're a yes person. Because even with corporate, right? You're always saying yes, yes, yes. Then the next thing you know, you're working a Saturday late at night and you have no work-life balance. Yeah. So it's with everything in life. And lie. I wish I lied and like called out sick more. Lie. Seriously. Because I was always the type of, I gotta be here. I gotta be there. Yeah. Freaking, I had perfect attendance. For what? No. For what? That's the one thing, honestly, that I regret. Just taking a day off for myself. Just do it. Fuck it. Because it doesn't matter. You go back to work the next day, no one cares. So, my whole life, basically, of being screwed over, talked down to, belittled, when I always did the right thing, it was always because I'd always think, what did I do? Was it me? What did I say? How did I act? And it would kill me. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night, because I was so hurt by whatever this person said. And it's not just this person. It's every person that screwed me over in life or like belittled me in any way. And I realized this is when mental health comes in. It's not you, it's them. So people have like their inner demons, their inner traumas. And when they don't work on that, they want to let it all out. They don't care who. They don't care what. They will say, it doesn't even have to be true. A lot of it is false that comes out of their mouth, but they're just so angry that they want to take it out on someone or something. So that's why mental health is so important when it's just like the relatable state. Like you have to, peace of mind is priority, If you are constantly creating conflicts at work or anything, like it just leads to more stuff, and you got to just do your inner work and go to therapy. There's nothing wrong with going to therapy because it's just a domino effect, and then it affects other people. Like it's crazy.
It's true. I've had a lot of situations like that too, because we've talked about this, but I've always said like I want to know the why or what did I do, because I'll sit there and like there's a lot of like old friends that I'm no longer friends with or people that I just leave my life with no closure. And I'll think and I'll think and I'll think. And I'm like trying to think of something that I could have possibly done. Like, and I just can't. I can't think of anything. Yeah. And I'm like.
It makes you sick.
And I'm like, is it me? Sick. Like, am I okay? But I'll really sit there and I can't think of anything. And I'm like, if I did do something, I'd rather them just tell me that I did something.
The right person will show you that you're not asking for too much and that you're not crazy, you're not overthinking. My boyfriend now gives me like the best reassurance ever. And it's something that is so important for me, especially for long distance. But you ever hear of like the water theory? All right, the water theory is like water is $2 in a supermarket, $6 in an airport, $8 at a concert. But it's the same water, same value. So it's more of like whenever you're feeling worthless, maybe you're just in the wrong place. So your environment is the most important thing. You're the same person, but obviously people value you if like you're with higher vibe people. So it's really important to cut off toxic friends or whatever, because you'll be appreciated more and loved more. So
but I'm gonna bounce off of that because I don't want to like keep bringing him up too, but like my ex-boyfriend.
Well, it's hard not to. I know. How could you not?
I know. My recent one was very reassuring to me too, and very kind to me. Never went a day without telling me I was beautiful. Never went a day without telling me that he loved me. Never went a day without any of that. It was me. You can't, even though someone could value you and really like to this day, I know he still feels that way, which is what's so sick and sad about like feelings and whatever, self-love. But I didn't feel it for myself. So how did I didn't believe him. I didn't believe him. And anyone could keep telling you that and telling you that and telling that. If you don't feel it for yourself first, it doesn't matter. So, and I used to feel so bad because I would get like angry if like he would tell me I was beautiful, because I'm like, you're lying. But it's like, no, I'm lying to my, but I didn't believe him.
Like you never like they thought you were like looked good or anything. See, that's crazy to me. Whenever he says that to me, of course I appreciate it, but I truly like, I know I look cute. I know, like, I love, like, it's not that part of reassurance. It's more of, at 2 a.m. when I'm overthinking stuff from my trauma, my past, he reassures me that everything is okay and like he's there for me.
And that though, like for me too, that's something that I still have not worked on for myself, like my past trauma and stuff like that. Obviously, I used to do the same thing.
You had no time to heal. Like this is like your beginning stages.
But no, that's what I'm saying is like a lesson too is it starts with you. If you don't believe it, if you don't work on it, it doesn't matter who or what says it to you. It's not going to fix anything. You have to fix it yourself.
Oh yeah, that's
so you
100%.
Already went through that. Like you already went through your self-love journey. You already respect yourself and things like that. So but I'm just saying, for people out there who are probably trying to relate to you, they might not, and they could relate to what I just said.
100%. Okay, so stop gossiping about the same friends you hang out with. Because what the fuck? I really hate that. Like, that's just weird.
What are you talking about?
Oh!
That's so funny.
Yeah. Because, like, what are you doing?
You literally...
And then you hang out with them? How do you think I view you? A fake-ass bitch. How am I supposed to trust you?
But that's what I was saying before. Like, if you're talking so much shit about somebody to me, like, I'm not expecting you to do anything less. But it's just funny that if you literally are talking so much shit about your best friends, that's embarrassing, because now all of a sudden your best friends, get out of here.
Yeah, get out
of
here. You're fake. Your relationship's
fake. The biggest thing I'll say to end this off is you'll never stop learning hard lessons. Like, it just never ends. And I was talking about this with my mom today, because my mom, obviously she's gonna, I don't want to say her age on here, but whatever, obviously like double our age, and she's still learning. She told me, because I said, when does that just stop? Like, I don't want to keep, because I told her what you said, like, I'm mastering the lesson or whatever. But
life is about lessons, and there's so many lessons.
I know. Like, when do I just like stop? Like, I was getting frustrated today in the car. I was like, one of these lessons just stop. Like, I don't want to go through it again. I said, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to be a bitch to people? Like, I don't want to be like that, and I don't want to do this, and whatever. I know what the lesson is, but how am I supposed to know like how to gonna screw me over?
I think I'm gonna give you advice, because I know you have good heart and good intentions. But there's people who see that and take it in a different light. Like, whatever. They probably really love you and things like that. But it's like on the down low, they like are taking advantage of you. But because they know you will always show up. And it's not a bad thing. This is what we were just talking about on our Instagram Live. It's whoever. I'm so grateful to be your friend, number one, your business partner. It's true. Like, people are so lucky to have you in their life. Those people, they're out looking for someone like you, even though you just were working for them with all these people. You're going to cry. No, but...
Because no one's ever said this to me before.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Stop, bye. Anyway, so, no, but it's true. Like, they're, like, literally looking for people like you. And now this lady's coming back 5 years later, and she's like, oh, shit. It'd be nice to have someone like Christina around right now. But people don't realize it until you let go. So another thing, what I do, keep busy. Stop always being available, because people know you'll always be there. I said this to you too. Gotta keep busy. You'll always be there. Oh, I don't have to put effort into her. She'll always be there. I call her up. She comes. But then it's not a good thing. So my advice is to be busy. That's what helped me. And put yourself first. It could be with anything. Business helps. That's gym
Definitely.
helps.
anything.
But yeah, because people do take advantage,
Very
and they could be
true.
good people, but it's just ego. That's when
Yeah.
ego comes in. That's a real thing.
Very
But
true.
we're learning every day, and
But I was going to, my biggest lesson after all that is that you'll never stop learning. There will always be lessons. Like I was trying to say, you know, my mom said, I'm still learning. There's still things that I learn every day, or there's lessons. People come into your life. They're either a blessing or a lesson. They could come in for a season, or
I love that.
I forget the rest of that.
We
but-
forget so much.
I forget the rest of that saying. They come in for a season or something.
A hot minute.
Also, wait. I just want to say
my
one
God.
more thing that I learned recently. Well, not learned recently, but had I saw it on TikTok. Period.
Yeah, I get educated from TikTok.
I saw it on TikTok, and it really opened up my mind and my eyes, and I was like, oh shit. Okay, so my favorite show is Friends, as everyone knows. And basically the TikTok said, look at your life as if you're on the show Friends. They started season 1. They were already in their mid-20s. And they're all single. They're all have shitty jobs. They're all just moving into an apartment. Their life is not figured out. It's not until season 10 they're all 30 something, and that's when they start, even falling in love. They started getting married at in their mid 30s, whatever. So basically the person is so when you're stressing out about when you're 22 and you're why isn't my life figured out? And they're you're in season 1 of Friends. There's 10 seasons to go through.
I love that.
Yeah, which is so true. They started when they were 25 or something.
You're
27.
you're not supposed to have it figured out right
because
away.
everyone I feel has and I'm guilty of this. I wanted to be married by 26, have kids before 30, and be done with it. And now I'm
we gotta throw that out the window. Life expectations.
But it's true, because everyone, even people will judge people if you're 30 and
people
you're
get
not
married twice. It's normal.
More than that.
Everything
crazy.
Nothing. Life isn't perfect. It's not a book. Maybe it's because we watch movies and read books. It's not. True. Life isn't a movie. And it's crazy because with this teaching job now, with these other teachers, they did corporate, and then they decided to go get their masters when they were 35, 40,
and we're 22 and we're stressing out. Crazy.
So I told this lady, she was probably double my age, and I was everyone's timing is different. I told her, because we all don't have the same life. And nothing goes in order. You're supposed
You'll
to be
think you have your whole
married
life
at this age, and some people, it could be younger, it could be older, it could be 3 marriages. It's not.
You could think you have your whole life figured out. You'll never have it figured out.
No, so just be easy on yourself.
That's it.
And life is a journey, and life is about lessons. So this episode was really therapeutic, and we talked about a lot of stuff. And I really enjoyed doing this.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and so many good things happening. Just keep in touch with us on Instagram, or we should do another live soon, live sale. And we're gonna probably do some type of giveaway thing. So just look out for that. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to stay real, stay authentic, and stay valid.